Hi guys, I'm Bianca.
And I'm Byron.
So today, Byron, I want to talk about innovation.
In what respect?
I feel like there are certain businesses that have innovated really well and have accepted that things have changed, technology has changed, things have moved on, and they have to evolve their business model at the same time. There's like a process of evolution as well as innovation.
Yeah.
And then there are some businesses that have tried to stay the same.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, on a daily basis, we're hearing that these businesses are no longer no longer trading. They end up going into administration and so on. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because they've not evolved. They've not innovated.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So there's one. For one, I know you were ranting on Instagram this week about a particular industry that you'd found a new innovation for. So we'll talk about it in a second. But there's another one that I've noticed recently, and it's IKEA or IKEA, depending on where you're from and who you are in life. Because I only realised it was called IKEA recently when I heard the advert.
When the CEO was speaking about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've...
You really only found that recently?
I always called it IKEA, and then I heard the advert recently, and it was IKEA.
Oh, even I knew that.
Well, you didn't. You still called it IKEA.
I still do, yeah.
But it's not called IKEA. It's IKEA.
Yeah, I know this.
I don't understand. You're doing something wrong intentionally.
I think it's now become a real bad habit.
No, but that's like someone calling you the wrong name and you not correcting them or not correcting.
I'm sure there's people whose names that I get wrong all the time. It's like your grandma. If your grandma calls you a particular name and it's wrong, you don't correct her, right? She's been calling you that her whole life.
What's your grandma?
Anyway, don't digress from the topic here.
Anyway, sorry. So IKEA, I feel, have done a really good job at evolving their business model. So I feel like originally they were known for being that one kind of random shop in each massive area. Like there was maybe 4 in London, for example.
Yeah.
And there'll be one in Croydon, one in Staples Corner.
Oh, you know that one, yeah? I'm impressed.
Quite well travelled. And there'll be another 2, right? And that'll be it. And you had to, if you wanted to go to IKEA, you had to travel to one of those locations, and that was it. That was your option. And if you didn't have a car, why are you going, kind of thing. You had to get a cab or whatever, your bits and bobs. Mm-hmm. There wasn't very much beyond that, right? Mm-hmm. But now they've evolved so much that they now have mini stores. So they've got I was in Westfield in Stratford, and they have a store there, and obviously they can't hold the inventory there.
So how do they do it? How do they deliver?
So you go there, you have they've got displays, a bit like a made.com, they've got a nice display and you can see some of the items, but fundamentally you go into the store to order online. Yeah. So you go into the store, you order what you want, they have the planning section for kitchens and bathrooms and so on, then they deliver it to you.
Right. Okay.
And they've done the same in Tottenham Court Road, I think it is. Yeah. Where they've got a small store, again, no inventory, none of the big shelving units and stuff, but you can go in, you can order your stuff and get it delivered. Mm-hmm. So that's one key thing, because it stopped it from being one of those things you could only access if you had a car, if you were willing to travel quite far. It's now quite accessible. Mm-hmm. But in addition, they now have all of their inventory online, and you can order it and get it delivered to your house. Before, again, I don't think the delivery option wasn't as easy to do. So now you can actually get it delivered to your house, or you can collect it. So it's just provided a service for people who don't have a car, don't want to hire a van, and so on. Yeah,
they did, and the delivery is reasonable.
I think it varies. So maybe £4 for a normal sized item, and then something like £20 to £50 for larger
What's their
items.
quality like?
I mean, it varies. I think if you shop in IKEA, you shop in IKEA. It's just one of those. I'm not talking about quality. What I'm talking about is the fact that they've evolved their service.
Sure.
So I feel like a lot of these brands that are now going into administration haven't evolved their service, their customer service. They haven't looked at the customer profile, the evolution of the customer. They haven't looked at what a customer needs and then changed their model to provide that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And even to the point where they have, this goes back to partnerships, I think we've spoken about before, but they have a section where if you don't want to assemble it yourself, you can use their assembly service. I don't think it's their service.
Nobody wants
I think it's
to
a
really
side service.
Put it together. So time consuming.
Yeah.
And it kind of puts you off buying.
But their whole model is flat pack, right? But now I think because there are so many brands out there that now provide ready-made furniture, they had to evolve. But they still do great quality in terms, or no, great value items.
Yeah.
Price point is great.
Yeah.
But they now have someone to assemble it for you from a partner company. It's just creating that evolution.
They're providing
and
a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of brands
what about Argos? Do they provide that? Because that was one of the things I always used to say about Argos.
What?
Is they never had an assembly kind of solution. And I used to put the furniture together myself before. And I think now I probably would not.
But then I think now there are companies that do assembly, like external from these brands.
But
I don't know. I haven't shopped. I haven't bought any furniture in Argos.
Argos was one of those companies that I always used to fear that were not evolving. And I know they had a slight. They decided to be in more stores. They had these micro stores, like what you're talking about.
So it's the same model. They're like in Sainsbury's, I think it is.
Yes, that's right.
And they've got their micro stores, which makes sense.
I used to think they better be careful about evolving
because of what the internet, because of the likes of Amazon.
That's right.